This is Belle. At 26 years old, Belle suffers from severe narcolepsy, which means that she suddenly falls asleep up to 15 times a day.
Having narcolepsy feels like if you were to take someone who doesn't have narcolepsy and take sleep away from them for, they say 24 to 48 hours, and then just put them in a working day and expect them to go about things completely normally. That's kind of how my day feels every day.
After being vaccinated for the swine flu at age 15, Belle began to show symptoms. When she was diagnosed 2 years later, she learned that there was no cure and that it would only get worse.
My main symptoms of narcolepsy are excessive daytime sleepiness, so I can't control my napping. Most of the time it happens normally around the same time of the day, so around breakfast time, just after lunch and just before dinner. Other symptoms there is cataplexy, which is extreme loss of muscle strength through strong emotions. Like Michael will see it start happening, like my head will fall and then my arms will go weak.
And she loses all the strength in the muscles and she just kind of falls over. We make some fun about it because it does look, it is something like I've never seen before.
When was the first time that you saw that?
When I made a really good joke.
Attending school with her condition was extremely difficult. Kids would draw on her face and film her drowsiness, and the teachers were even meaner.
I was diagnosed just at the last year of my college. And yeah, the teachers didn't make it easy. One actually threw a board pen at me and said, "Belle, get an earlier night, like come on, wake up." Not many people knew what narcolepsy was. I really do feel like I've kind of helped spread awareness and people understand it a little bit more. And I do think if you would say to a teacher this day, narcolepsy, they would kind of understand what it is, but back then it was just, get an earlier night.
Narcolepsy impacts every part of Belle's life. She wanted to be an interior designer and attend college, but she was forced to drop out. When friends invite her out at night, she is afraid of falling asleep. Eating is a struggle as she can barely stay awake for it. Even finding a boyfriend who accepted her condition was difficult.
I wouldn't be open about it, and actually the second day I met Michael, I was in a headspace where I'm like, I'm going to tell him. If he doesn't like it, then it's not the sort of person that I want to take time to get to know. Before, I would really hide it, and I would fight it, and I would take extra medication before I went on a date, and I would just be so anxious of falling asleep. I'd get up and I'd go to the toilet like 10 times. Once with an ex, I took the chips off of my plate, and instead of putting them in the mayonnaise, I was like stroking my napkin with the chips. Very strange. And I am completely unaware of what I'm doing, so unaware, and I just have no idea. And then for him to be like, "Belle, stop, that's so embarrassing." And to hear that he's embarrassed, but it's me that's doing it, so should I be more embarrassed? Should I be of something I cannot control? And that's when I started to let that affect me and feel like this is embarrassing and I am weird and no one's ever going to accept it. But luckily at the age of 19, I met Michael, who just really from day one has made me so much more confident with having narcolepsy and realised that I'm Belle. I'm not Belle, and also I've got narcolepsy. I'm Belle, and that's a very small part of my life, and I would love to show you all the other things about me rather than just, oh, you've got to deal with this as well.
Today, Belle and Michael have been together for 7 years and live happily together in Amsterdam. While Belle's condition impacts their relationship, Michael is more than happy to support her.
In the beginning, of course, we just started dating and it was all new to me, and I was having a bit of a hard time sometimes accepting that other people were looking at her. For example, we went to a restaurant and a couple would start filming us because, well, she'd be having a little rest, which I found really normal, and I'd be on my phone and you could just kind of hear them whisper, they're having a nice time. She really taught me, like, they don't affect us, and as long as we are just happy and peaceful with our own decisions in life, then who cares, you know?
Over time, Belle realized that exercising gave her an energy boost. She fell in love with fitness and decided to become a personal trainer.
I came home from my diagnosis and I Googled it, and I couldn't find anything apart from people taking the mickey. I felt like there's nothing real online. I couldn't find anything. Nothing to tell me what my future might look like, nothing to inspire me, nothing to motivate me. The only thing I could really find is fake stuff and forums of people just moaning and moaning and moaning. And I just thought, how am I ever going to explain to people what this is like? Because unless you see it, I can't explain. So I started just writing how I felt. I never videoed myself. And for about 2 years, I was just writing, and I was posting exercise videos. And then I was getting people say, you don't have narcolepsy. There's no way you can have narcolepsy and be that active. So I was like, I'm going to show these people what it is like to have narcolepsy, and I want to help people that also get diagnosed maybe today and go home and Google it. And now I'm happy to say that my blog and my videos do come top now, and it's real, and that's what it is like to have it. And I was just so adamant to post the real side, but also give people hope that they can do fitness, they can live a normal life. And well, I have the hashtag energetic narcoleptic, and I've written a book called Energetic Narcoleptic. It tells my full story, and then gives ways for people, like mini workouts, ways for people to help them exercise.
Belle hopes to encourage everyone listening with this one final message.
You've got to learn to live with it rather than suffer with it, because you'll be suffering for the rest of your life, and that's no way of life. This is it. You've got one life. It's not a rehearsal, and it is rubbish that we've got narcolepsy, and I say to them, we've been dealt these cards, and there's no cure right now, so how you play them is your decision, and make sure you just play them in the best way possible.
I'm Drew Binsky, and thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe down there if you want to see more inspiring people stories, and check out my main channel below where I bring you on the most epic adventures from every country. Also, I'm giving away for free all of my best travel tips and secrets for finding cheap flights on that middle link. Until next time, stay safe, be spontaneous, and just go.